Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here. Welcome to another episode of my TEW save. As promised, this is the launch episode of the WWE Women's Revolution TV show. It is going to be a B show at the moment until we get more women's wrestlers to the desired overness that will allow them to ensure that the company does not lose any pop. So we'll use this show week over week to develop the characters' overness, to get them over. It's on the network, so the good thing is it's going to get a lot more exposure than your Raws and your SmackDowns, so we'll hopefully see a lot more women's wrestlers getting matches at pay-per-view, so it won't just be like your two title matches, you'll actually get other storylines going into matches as well. So the first show is really just kicking off the kind of feuds I want to get going. As I say, I won't be doing this all the time, this is just really a one-off to really document the women that we've got at our disposal, effectively. A few returns as well, and who you can expect to see getting pushed in the future. Before we dive into the show, just a quick usual thanks to everyone that watched the SummerSlam video. As I say, I thought it was a hell of a card that we put forward. And yeah, as always guys, any comments on this series, your own TW series, how's your booking, who's going over strong in your series, any subscriptions and likes as well, shares are all deeply appreciated, tweets as well at 21 Maxwell. But before you drop that up or that down vote, let's get cracking on with the show. This is the debut episode of the Women's Revolution. So because it's a B show, it is just roughly a 4,000 attendance every week. So it is only 3,739 people at the Evansville Centre. And I've decided to start the show really with the aftermath, of course, Paige winning the championship. She is both the Raw Women's and SmackDown Women's, which is now just the Women's Championship, with the SmackDown one being retired. So a good couple of things to add to her resume. But it's basically just teasing, Charlotte should be the dominant one, or should it be Dana Brooke? Sasha's taking her claim. And Becky Lynch saying, well, I've still got this Money in the Bank briefcase that I could cash in at any point. So a good little promo there to start the show. It shows the overness of all the ladies and entertainment skills as well, with the A93 rating. Your announce team for this actually is going to see women mostly as well, to give them a good opportunity. So that may see a lot of decrease in ratings, but again, B show, it's helping them get over as well. And two members of the commentary team were Renee Young and Tamina, or Sarona Snooker, as she'll be known in this with her real name. Both of their announcing job was pretty weak, but they'll learn on the job and get better. The segment deserved better announcing and colour commentary. They got the show off to a strong start, it got the crowd hotter. Sasha didn't come out of it looking good, but Dana did. Sasha's improving acting skills, and if I can just see the dirt sheet, let me see. Basically, it's not going to show me, but the third person on commentary is William Regal, because he's got a little announcement to make later on in the show. The opening contest was a decent matchup, and it saw Charlotte defeat Kaylee Ray in 8:30 by pinfall. C+66, a simple match to make Charlotte look really strong. A bit disappointing though, this was as low as that, with Charlotte having an 89 performance. But maybe it was the announcing that did decrease the rating of the match. As I say, it's penalised for a few things there. The short match as well, but the announcing low experience and the announcing mark of Sarona Snooker. So maybe Tamina won't last very long on it. And there you can see there, Renee, Sarona Snooker, William Regal, Road Agents Alison Danger, we've brought her in. We've also got a female referee from Japan, but we gave them Charles Robinson as well, just for a bit of experience. But we'll see how the ratings go over the course of the night, whether we may need to take Sarona off commentary duty pretty quickly. Next up, Charlotte's celebrating her victory when Shayna Baszler comes in and she beats the living daylight out of Charlotte. So C+66 for this as well. Baszler's not suited to her gimmick, it's an MMA gimmick, so she's sticking with it. The announcing quality lifted the segment, as did the colour commentator. The crowd got hotter. Charlotte came out of it looking excellent, Shayna looked lost. It starts the Horsewoman takeover. It really just has to be a storyline because Shayna is an opener, and I really want to try and steal some of that overness off of Charlotte because of Shayna Baszler's age as well. So it's going to have to be a really quick push to the top for her. Next up, we had a decent matchup that saw Bayley defeat Nicole Matthews in 9:26 with a hugplex. This one was a C+67. again, the announcing was the problem. But a 72 for Bayley and a 64 for Nicole. No storyline really attached to this one, so it was a matchup just to allow Bayley some momentum. But after the matchup, she's celebrating her win, and she gets beat up by Nia Jax. So Nia, a bit pissed off she's not been booked tonight, and she comes in and just destroys everyone. So C65, or destroys Bayley, I should say. She got a gimmick that's getting stale though, so we'll need to work on that for Nia. Then we've got a hype video. It's promoting a returnee. This returnee is Celeste Bonin, or Kaitlyn as she's more known as. She came back with her new tattoo and that, but we've rehired her. This will be her third time in the company. It just felt like we needed extra bodies in the company, so she was one of the ones that still had age and a wee bit of skill on her side. So she's been brought back. And interestingly enough, her match is against a fellow returnee, but it was about that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, which saw Kaitlyn defeat Ivelisse Felice in 6:27 with an atomic wedgie bomb. Hell of a finisher name. C-55, Kaitlyn debuted her metalhead gimmick, which was above average, and Ivelisse was a bitch, which got an initial very good rating. Kaitlyn with 53, Ivelisse with 30. She's getting no over this at all. She's down as an opener, so we booked it as an open matchup just to try and share some of the skills over to Ivelisse, but it is going to take a bit of time to build her up. My fear is she goes for an MMA match and it ruins it, any momentum we give her. But it's a storytelling match, so that's going to hamper the match as well. Next up, William Regal appears on screen. Now the text does say he's the new commissioner. That is a load of crap. I just really panicked for someone to actually book this segment, or perform in it I should say. A89 promo is good. He is of course the Raw general manager, and he is basically saying here that next week they aim to have a general manager in place for the Women's Revolution. Anybody that's not Stephanie McMahon, I'll be honest, I haven't even looked, so I don't know who it is at this moment in time. I don't know who's available, but any suggestions, let me know in the comments section, and we'll see who gets it right. It could be someone, but it will be a female. I just want to keep this as much to the women's market as possible. Back to commentary, William, please. Next up was a triple threat tag team match for the Shine Tag Team Championships. The good thing about this is we're going to have a championship, a tag team championship, and maybe looking at a secondary belt as well for the women, maybe a US title. But yeah, and about they had some decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. It was Candice LeRae and Toni Storm who get put together at the last minute, defeating the iconic duo and the blonde bombshells in 12:20. Well, the elimination with the iconic duo going first, and then Mandy Rose and Liv Morgan next. So Candice and Toni Storm are your new tag team champions. I actually need to look to get them more updated face packs, so look for that going forward. Peyton Royce debuted her old school face gimmick, which got an initial rating of great. Okay, it never gave me an option to change that, which is weird. As in, you can handle changes, but okay, it's not as if she's not been on the main roster. But she gets a 65, Billie Kay 74, so good match up from them. I just felt, let's try and shake up a bit, give people who need something a run in the tag division, so that'll be them. And yeah, just adds more competition to this division, and I'll look to build them up in the future. A bit of a short reign for the blonde bombshells, but it's a story coming out of this we need to build. Next up, extremely short match. Kellyanne English defeated Ruby Riott in 2:16 with the roaring bicep. C-56, simple match gets Kellyanne English over. Not gonna lie, there's a 99.99% chance you'll see the Riott Squad at one point. We all need to build Ruby Riott up. Crazy Mary's obviously suspended right now, and Liv's got a little tag team going. I actually need to see about getting Sonya Deville in this database, so we can maybe bring up Absolution as well. But we don't want to keep it too much like real life. As I say, I do like bringing in real life concepts, but at the same time, some fictional ones are good as well. After the matchup, an A92 promo from Kellyanne English is just basically saying how she mislooked from the main event scene. Why was she not in the title match at SummerSlam? She's one of the best wrestlers they've got, and she should be getting opportunities. Next up, Mia Yim and Tessa Blanchard, who's back with us, has defeated the team of Cherry Bomb and Sarah Lee. Brought Sarah Lee in. Cherry Bomb, I think, will slowly morph into the Ali character. She's jobbed enough for me. She loves the job, but I think it's time with more wrestlers coming in that we can actually give her a story going forward. But the matchup ended in 6:21. Mia with a pinfall. She carried the match. It was a C plus 67. Mia shone in the match. Sarah Lee debuted a bitch gimmick, which was average, and she's getting better at it. Everyone else's in-ring performance roughly between the 40 and 49s. Mia Yim won 81. So maybe this year will be the breakout for Mia Yim. If it's not this year, maybe the start of 2021. And after the matchup, still pissed off from not being a match tonight, Nia Jax decides Mia Yim's the next person she's going to hit, and she takes her out as well. So she's beat up Bayley, she's now beat up Nia Yim. Nia Jax is on a mission. Next up, we decided to have the big match that would have been for the SmackDown Women's Championship, no longer now of course, and it was a decent matchup that saw the talented Rhea Ripley beat Nikki Cross in 13:52 with Soul Food. Now, the rating's a bit disappointing in comparison to the match in-ring performances, however, this was a hardcore match. But, you know, Nikki Cross has been doing these kind of things on NXT, so why not give her this kind of chance on our show as well? But Rhea Ripley improves performance skills, the few negatives because of the announced team and because it's not meeting the crowd's expectations, but there you go. Hardcore base match. But I just wanted to give women, you know, a good chance and say make this a proper personal feud. And then after the matchup, Nikki Cross decides, you know what, I'm getting my revenge, and she puts Rhea Ripley through a table. 382, and it continues the storyline, gaining a bit of heat. Then had some decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat in our co-main event. Asuka defeats Emma in 11:56 with the Canna Lock, or the Asuka Lock. C65. Some decent performances here. Again, the announcing team probably hampered it, and they had great chemistry. Asuka improving performance skills. Pretty much, okay, not the worst in the world there. After the matchup, though, Emma's been attacked by Asuka, and seeing the assault brings the return of Ronda Rousey. Because she's in the company in real life now, it just made sense to bring her back and properly get behind her. But she comes in and she scares Asuka off, a C plus 66. She has a bit of that in terms of overness as well, so we will build that up slowly, but yeah, the aim is to make Ronda a megastar, giving us another challenge because she doesn't have obviously the technical skills in game or the psychology as well. Which leads us to our main event, Justina Brooks saying, no, she should have been the dominant woman, just giving her another strong promo because she's so damn good in this set. 89, she came out of it looking excellent. And the main event, tag team match, B plus 79, I'll take that, considering no storyline and a few other things. But and about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Becky Lynch and Paige defeat Dana Brooke and Sasha Banks in 14:32 when Becky defeated Sasha by submission with a disarmer. Dana Brooke was head and shoulders above everyone else. Sasha struggled. Says a lot when everyone's in the 80s, Dana in the 90s. Sasha Banks was 64 there, although she is still suffering through injury. She was off her game as well. But a B79, as I say, a lot of reasons why that was pretty poor compared to the usual. You can see the announcing, poor gimmick, working injured, inconsistencies, a lot there for Sasha. So we end the show. It won't lose any pop or anything, but a solid B82. That's pretty much the rating you'll continually get as a B show. I don't think B shows can get any higher. Let me know on that one. I'm not particularly sure if I'm being honest. But yeah, just a few things before we end it. As I say, just want to know your guys' thoughts. You know, have you had any success yourself doing a women's show? Have you had any success getting people over just strictly on a B show? And any predictions on who you would like to see as a women's GM? And if you should feel we should try and keep with Sarona Snooker or do with Binner. Let me know what you think, guys. And yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next episode, which will be the Night of Champions. Take it easy. Bye bye.